Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to create an animated outro on your Android device. Now, before we start this video off, I want to make one disclaimer. So when people think about animated outros, they have two things either in mind. The first one is just the background of the animated outro. So that has your social media, so maybe a cute background, things like that. And then people think about the end screen, which is the thing that you put on in YouTube itself, which has like a playlist, a channel icon, and a video that you can tap on your screen and take you to that designated element that you put over it. That's actually called an end screen, not an outro, because I know a lot of people have misconceptions about that. I'm not going to be covering that in this video. I do have a tutorial on how to add the end screen using your iPhone, but if you follow those steps, I'll have that video in the cards up top. If you follow those steps on your Android device, you will get the same results. The only difference actually is maybe a few button placements. And also I used the Safari web browser on an iPhone, and you can use any web browser you want. So I just wanted to make that disclaimer before we start this video off. But that video will be linked in the cards up top and in the description box below. In the description box below, I will have a download link for you guys to go download some of the things I'm going to be using in this video, such as the background, the social media icons, and the subscribe button. Do keep in mind, I do not own any of the items that are in the description box. It's just the things that I like to use for this tutorial. So yeah, I just have a download link for you guys if you're interested in getting those things. Okay, so now let's get started with the animated outro tutorial. In this video, we're going to be using Background Eraser, Pixellab, and KineMaster. So these are the three apps that I'm going to be using for this tutorial. The reason I chose these three apps is these three apps are the apps I'm most familiar with editing on Android, as well as I find their results to be very pleasing and helpful and easy to use. The only downside with the KineMaster is the fact that it has a watermark. You're gonna need to pay if you want to remove it. So let me know if you have any other good video editors for Android that don't have watermarks that I can show you guys in tutorials. But okay, let's get started. So I have in my gallery here all the things that I'm going to be using for my animated outro. I have these social media icons, I have the subscribe button, and I also have this background image that I'm going to be using. So as you can see, these social media icons have backgrounds. We're going to erase them later in the tutorial. Here you can see it also has a white background, as well as this one. It's not a PNG image. I'm going to show you guys how to get rid of the background of these things. So it's just the icon and not a white background as well. And then with the background image, I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to crop it so it's the right size for a YouTube video. Okay, so I'm going to first create a project in KineMaster. And then I'm going to click on this plus button here, select 16:9 since that's a YouTube video size. And here we have it. So I just imported this background image that I wanted. To make it the right size so it doesn't have these black borders, since it's not the right size, I'm going to tap on the clip. And then I'm going to tap on this icon here, select start position here, and just zoom into the image so it's the right size and it fills the whole screen like so. So now we don't have any black borders that we don't want. It fills the entire area. And now I'm just going to select this icon here so it's the same size. Otherwise, if I were to have it like this, it's gonna start the transition here and it's gonna zoom out because the end position is different from the starting position. I hope you can understand what I mean. So I'm just gonna click on this correction or the equal sign to make them the same size. If you don't understand what I'm saying right now and you're new to editing, basically just zoom in with the start position and click this button right here to get the right size. Okay, anyway, now we have our image here, our background image. Now what I want to do is I want to get some text that I want to put over my outro. So the text I think I'm going to go for is I want to have something here that says maybe like thanks for watching, something like that. Then I want my social medias here and a subscribe button here. So let's get started with that. First thing I'm going to do is erase the backgrounds of my social media icons as well as the subscribe button, just so we have all of that out of the way. So I'm going to go here into background eraser and I'm going to select eraser here. Now I'm going to select my social media icons, and just for erasing this, what you're going to do is you're going to select auto here and just drag it to this position here. and it will detect where that white is, and then it erases the entire background. As you can see here, we have some areas that aren't erased here and here. So we're gonna just hold it there, and it's gonna erase those areas as well. Okay, so I have my desired look now, and then I'm just gonna save this image to my camera roll. I'm now gonna do the same thing for the Twitter icon. I'm just gonna select auto and then detect where I want it to go away, and then save this image as well. And now lastly, I'm gonna do this for the subscribe button. So I'm gonna go here and select auto again, select this small little white border that's around the subscribe button, and then save the image. So that's just what you want to do with all your images if it doesn't have a PNG format. PNG means it doesn't have a background. Now I'm gonna go into Pixellab. Pixellab is a really cool app that you can edit designs on with text a lot. The text options in this app are amazing, the way you can style the text. You can also import your own fonts if you want to. A really great app for any kind of text related things, or maybe creating thumbnails. A really good app. I really recommend it. I have a tutorial on this if you want to check it out. I'll have that in the cards up top and in the description box below. So I'm going to create a new template here, and then I'm going to click here and select transparent. So now our image does not have a background, which is a good thing because we don't want our text to have a background. The only reason I'm adding text in this app and not in KineMaster is because this app has a lot more styling options for text than KineMaster. So now let's get started with adding some text. So I'm just going to tap here and select text. It's a bit hard to see right now because it's also white text. So I'm just going to move that. Now I'm going to type in some text. I'm going to select thanks for watching. Okay, so here I have my text now, and now I'm going to edit that. So here you can see I have a bunch of styling options. I'm not going to go into much detail about every single option that you can toggle here. Like I said, I do have a separate video for this app. Right now I'm just going to select the size here and make it a bit smaller so all the text fits into this little text box here. I'm going to try to make it as big as possible. Also going to change the color. I think I'm going to go for actually plain white because we want it to stand out against our very colorful background. I'm then going to also add a stroke around it. Oh, I probably should change the font. This is not a very pretty font. So I'm going to tap here on fonts and go to my fonts. I don't know which one I'm going to use. Maybe I'm going to use this plain one. Thanks for watching. The Babe is New. You can see some of my favorite fonts that I like to use in my videos. So yeah, you guys can go download all of these fonts on defont.com. Okay, so now back to the styling options. You can also add a shadow if you want to make it stand out a bit more. I'm going to add that a little later. Right now I want to emboss my text. So embossing your text makes it look a little more 3D and professional, I guess. I don't know. I just like that this app has this option. So yeah, I'm gonna select emboss. I'm gonna change where the light comes from. You can select all these levels and just play around with that. You can also add some 3D text or 3D rotate, 3D shadows. So I'm gonna go with 3D text here. So this is what it looks like. You can select the depth of the text as well, how 3D you want to make it. I'm just gonna go with a very subtle 3D, and also rotate it a bit, like you can go very overboard with this. So yeah, you can really play around with your text here. And then I'm just gonna add a 3D shadow. I want it to be very subtle. The reason why I'm making my text stand out so much is because my background is very busy and clear, so I want this to stand out a lot more than it would just with a plain text. Okay, so once I'm happy with my design of my text, I'm going to save this image. Make sure the format you're saving it in is PNG so it doesn't have a background, and select save to gallery. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my social media tags. So I'm going to delete this text right now. And now I'm going to add those images that we just erased the background for the social media icons. I'm going to click on this plus button here, select from gallery, and select your social media icons. So here you can see my Instagram logo. I'm going to import that. Here you can see you can toggle your layers with this icon here. Just tap on that and you can see all your layers. I'm going to make this a bit smaller. And now I'm going to add my Twitter logo as well and make sure they're relatively the same size. And now I'm just going to add my social media handles. Now we can start to add that in our video as well as animating it. So I'm going to go into KineMaster And now we're gonna start adding our layers of text. The first thing you need to do is first drag this out to the duration you want your outro to be. I'm gonna make it about 10 seconds. I think that's long enough for an outro. Okay, so now we have our image the right amount of seconds, and now I'm gonna import the thanks for watching text. So I'm gonna tap on layers and select media and import that image. Here you can see, you can go like this. Another thing you can also add here is just your channel name. By the way, I do have a tutorial on how to create an animated intro as well. If you want to go check that out, I'll have that linked in the eye up top as well. So here we have our first layer. I'm going to also drag this out so it's the same amount of seconds as the image. And I'm going to also animate this. How we're going to animate all of these icons and things like that, I'm going to tap on it. And here you can see you have these options for animations. The in animation, I'm going to make it maybe pop down, so it's gonna look like that. And then for the overall animation, I'm gonna do this kind of squishing thing. You can make it way more minimalistic as well. I'm just going a bit overboard to show you guys what is capable. And then you can go with the out animation. I'm just gonna make this pretty simple and then just say snap up, so it's gonna go like that. So let's play our video so far to see how it looks. I'm not going to show you guys how to add the music. You can add your own music where you want to for your outro. So this is what it's going to look like when the text comes in. It's going to play for the amount of seconds, and then here at the end it's just going to go up again. So okay, you might want to make the outro longer as well. It just depends on how long you want it to be in your video. Now I'm gonna add another layer, and we're gonna add the social media icons. Okay, so you can size this however you'd like. So now we're just gonna do the same thing we did with the thanks for watching text. We're just gonna animate it. I think I'm gonna go with a bit more minimalism for this, just because it just has to be there. I don't want it to be the main focus of the outro. For the in animation, I'm just gonna make it appear from the right side of the screen. Then for the overall animation, I might just make it stand still. Yeah, I'm just gonna not give it an overall animation. And for the out animation, we're just gonna make it slide left. So this is gonna be very minimalistic for that area of the outro. And then lastly, we're gonna add in our subscribe button. So the subscribe button, I'm just gonna put here at the side of the outro. The elements for our outro is gonna be here, this area in the middle, or like just here. You can just toggle that in YouTube. And then I think you're gonna want to make sure you have a big enough area for everything. This I might lower down a bit if I were doing this, because I don't think this is really the right amount of space to add the elements here. So just keep that in mind when doing this. For the subscribe button, I'm just gonna go ahead and animate it as well. So for the in animation, I'm gonna make it scale up. So this is what it's gonna look like. For the overall animation, I'm gonna make it drift. And then for the out animation, I'm just gonna make it, I'm gonna do the snap inward one. Okay, so I think we're pretty much done with our outro now. So we're just gonna play it and see what it looks like. So yeah, that's how you make an animated outro. It's really simple and easy. I hope you guys did enjoy this video and found it interesting and maybe helpful. If it did help you guys, give this video a thumbs up and comment down below any other questions you might have for me about this whole thing. I would love to answer your guys' questions. Again, there are a few links that I've mentioned in this video. Just look at the eye up top as well as in the description box to see all of that, and as well as the download for some of the medias that I were using, such as the logos and the background for the animated outro. I really love you guys so much. Thank you guys for all your support. I really do appreciate it. Click on the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss out on any other uploads. It really does help when you guys do that. Definitely share this video with other people as well if you think it will help them in their YouTube journey. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Click on the playlist to see all of my other editing on Android tutorials. I have a few out. I'm gonna be focusing on this a bit more in the coming months. So yeah, definitely keep an eye on that. And then definitely click on the video to see my previously uploaded video. And click on the icon to subscribe to my channel. Love you guys so much. Be weird and be proud of it, and stay safe. Bye.